Welcome back, Algebra 2 students, part 2 of section 10-4, inverses of trigonometric functions. Real world problem. A painter needs to lean a 30 feet ladder against a wall. Guys, let's start visualizing our problem. I understand there is a wall. The wall is always vertical, and this is the floor. The floor is horizontal, and there is a ladder leaning on the wall this way. So this is definitely a right triangle because the wall and the floor are perpendicular. We given the length of this ladder, it's 30 feet. 30 feet. This is exactly the hypotenuse of this right triangle. Safety guidelines recommend that the distance between the base of the ladder, this is the base of the ladder, and the wall, this horizontal distance, has to be 1/4 of the length of the ladder. Guys, remember the length of the ladder is 30, so this horizontal distance is 1/4 times 30. This is exactly 7.5 feet. So this horizontal distance is 7.5. Now guys, what acute angle, to the nearest degree, what acute angle should the ladder make with the ground? We need to find this acute angle theta. Okay guys, so this is exactly the arc cosine or the inverse cosine, because we given the adjacent and we given the hypotenuse. So in order to find the value of theta, the measure of theta, theta equals the inverse cosine of the ratio 7.5 over 30. If you put that in the calculator, you hit shift first and you hit cosine 7.5 over 30 and you round your answer to the nearest degree. To the nearest degree, it's going to be 76 degrees. Pretty easy. The last idea in this section, guys, example number 4, solve each equation to the nearest tenth. We given a trigonometric ratio. Guys, sine theta equals 0.4 is called a trigonometric ratio. And we need to solve this equation in the restricted domain, theta greater than or equal -90 and less than or equal 90. So very important to work in this restricted domain. Guys, greater than -90 and less than 90, this is exactly either quadrant 1 or quadrant 4. But wait a second, this sine theta is positive, it's 0.4. So definitely we talking about quadrant 1 because the sine ratio is negative in quadrant 4. So we're not gonna work in quadrant 4. We're only gonna focus on quadrant 1. Guys, how do we find sine theta equals 0.4? How do we solve this equation? By undoing sine theta. How do I undo the sine? The inverse is arc sine or inverse sine. So if you start with this equation, sine theta equals 0.4, and you need to undo this sine and isolate the theta. Theta equals the arc sine or the inverse sine of 0.4. You just, guys, put this in the calculator. If you put it in the calculator and you round it to the nearest tenth, it's going to be 23.6 degrees. So theta equals 23.6 degrees. No need to convert this time to the radians. And guys, remember that our theta is in quadrant 1, so this is the angle theta. This is my answer. Another equation, trigonometric equation. Sine theta equals 0.4. Guys, this is exactly the same equation of part A, but this time the domain is different. Theta is defined when it's greater than or equal 90 and less than or equal 270. Let's visualize this, guys, so we can figure out what quadrant our theta is in. Guys, this is 0 degrees, this is 90, this is 180, and this is 270. So theta is greater than or equal 90. It means either quadrant 2 or quadrant 3. But wait a second, sine theta is 0.4, it's positive. The sine is positive in quadrant 2. It's negative in quadrant 3. So guys, we're not going to talk about quadrant 3. We're only going to focus on quadrant 2 this time. We have evaluate sine theta equals 0.4 before in part A, and it was 23.6. Guys, this time this is a reference angle. Our angle is in quadrant 2, so it can't be 23.6. So the reference angle theta dash equals 23.6, and my angle theta is in quadrant 2 is equal to, guys, to get the angle of theta this time, you need to subtract 180 minus 23.6. It's gonna be 156.4 degrees. Why this time I have to subtract from 180? Because, guys, 23.6, this is the angle 23.6. This is the reference angle, but this is not my angle. My angle is measured from the initial side to the terminal side, so it's 180 minus 23.6. Practice well and see you in the next section. Bye.